All right, now we're recording. Okay, so for any of you guys that may not know, Mailchimp is a free service. They have a paid version of their service, and then they have a free version of their service. And we've started using it pretty heavily. We had a different account over the last couple of years, and we just opened up a different account, a new account, probably around the pandemic time, and we kind of made a focus during the pandemic for my assistant particularly to kind of get my own personal clients into an account. We've gotten pretty far with that. We probably got a couple hundred people in this particular account so far. And I thought what I could do is just kind of go through it with you guys and kind of show you exactly what we do in terms of email campaigns and how we, stay active with our current clients and customers, but also how we're able to kind of use it as a cross-selling objective. And there's other things you can do on Mailchimp as well. But without further ado, let's just jump right into this. Okie dokie. So I'm going to minimize this a little bit. In fact, I think I'm just going to take it down here altogether. Okay, so first things first is we're going to go to Mailchimp, and wondering if there's a way here that I can see the chat without it taking up a whole bunch of room. Let me see what we can do here. We're not going to worry about it right now. We'll just lower it down to this, and we'll just go on and move forward. So basically with Mailchimp, if you select the free version of Mailchimp, and Mailchimp is an awesome website. I really actually like them quite a bit. You get up to 2,000 contacts right away with the free Mailchimp version. And essentially, with the free version, there's a lot of features. I mean, the paid version obviously gives you more features, but there's a lot of features with the free versions. You can actually do tags. And so what we've done with our own clients and customers is we've actually basically added tags for the particular plan that they're on, or maybe a type of plan that they're on, and then we can kind of send specific emails to different groups of people. Maybe if we don't want to add, like an email off to every single person. Maybe we just wanted to send out, like an update on a certain Medicare Advantage plan, or maybe something going on with a certain group of Medicare supplements. And so you can kind of see there's quite a few tags here. So that's kind of a cool thing. Now, Mailchimp has some cool automation things that you guys might be able to make use of. Probably the main thing is if you have a good amount of your clients' emails, one thing that I was bad at when I first got started in my career was I did not do a great job of capturing people's emails right off the bat. I just didn't do a very good job at it. That's something that I regret. And we've kind of started to correct that wrong a little bit and add more and get more emails from clients over the last year or two. But there's a huge portion of my clients that I do not have their email address, a huge portion. And so that kind of hurts us a little bit. But if we were doing this correctly right from the beginning, we could basically, be able to do a birthday email on the birthday of the client. So like if you go into automation here, you see this happy birthday email. This is kind of a cool thing. I'm not going to get into it too much, but I'll show you exactly what my birthday email looks like. But there's a lot of things you can do. Mailchimp is a very easy to use service, and it's easy to design the emails. So now these campaigns were some test emails that we were doing the last couple of days here. So these ones obviously didn't have any audience to them. So here's an example of a campaign here that we sent out about, we just picked up an Emeritus contract recently, probably in the last 3 or 4 months here. And so we thought it would be a good thing to sell some more dental plans. So we sent this out about that dental plan in particular. So this is basically what the email looks like. So all of our emails have our logo right there, contact information, everything like that. You can use something that's known as merge tags to basically put in their first name, and it will automatically just plug in their first name if you have them on a list here. And we'll talk about that a little bit more later. So on this one, this one was actually one that went out to agents. I have a few agents in here about Humana certifications. We just started doing that about a week ago. I think we deleted that email, so I'll find a new one. Oh, here it is. Here's the original one. I believe this is it for the dental plan. Yeah, this is it. So basically, we sent this out. This resulted in a handful of dental sales just from people calling into the office. It helps. It's a very great tool in terms of doing some cross sales, especially if you have a portion of your book that might not have dental insurance with you or cancer insurance. We've sent out emails for cancer insurance, for hospital indemnities, and everything like that. So this is just basically a little bit of information, and there's a lot of cool things you can do with a Mailchimp campaign. So like we have links to every single one of our social media platforms right here in the email. So this kind of helps get our clients onto our social media platforms a little bit and grow our following, which is always good. And then if the client likes you, of course, it's easy for them to, leave you good reviews. Don't do much on Twitter, but I have it there. Instagram, I haven't done much on there for a while. There's the email link, LinkedIn, and you can do basically any social media you want. Like here's our main YouTube channel. It's helped us get a little more subscribers on there. So it's also a branding tool and something you can, I use this also to send out from time to time. I'll send out like some kind of newsletter for my clients, and it kind of helps keep me in their mind. It kind of helps keep them remembering who I am, that I'm their agent and everything like that, because let's face it, no matter how much you hit it off with a client, you're probably going to be in a situation where, if you don't talk to them or they're not thinking about you, they're going to forget about you. And this kind of helps keep that from happening. So I'll walk through kind of how to create a campaign and kind of what we look at when we're doing a campaign. But before I forget, I wanted to show you guys our birthday email that just goes out automatically. That's a little bit of the automation we use through Mailchimp. It goes just a little bit out automatically in terms of when someone's birthday is. And we can customize and put their birthday in when, where is it? And we can basically put their birthday in when we're putting them in our audience list. Just got to figure out how to get into this email here. Some of these old campaigns are just a little screwy here. Okay. Let's go back. And let me get back to the birthday email. And as you can see, we've done quite a few campaigns in this over the years, although the problem was we didn't have that many emails. So this is a great reason why you guys should be making sure that you're getting emails for your clients. There it is. Okay, so maybe, there we go. We'll just do edit. That way I can see the email. There we go. View email. That's what I want. Okay, so here's our birthday email. This kind of shows you hang on. I want to see if I can see the chat so I can answer any questions while we're going. And I don't think it's going to let me. Whatever. I'll come back to it. I'll answer any questions at the end here. But basically, here's our birthday email. So this is something that they get automatically on the day of a client's birthday. It just basically says, we appreciate your business. We want to celebrate your special day with you from all of us here and blah, blah, blah. And then, there's all of our contact information at the bottom. So in terms of designing an actual campaign, this is a lot of what you're going to be looking at. So I'll create a new campaign right off the bat here. Well, it might take a little long. What I'm going to do, guys, is I'm actually going to copy another campaign. What I'll do is I'll copy. Okay, here's one. We're just gonna copy this one, and then I'll go in and kind of show you how it works. So we're going to replicate this one completely, and you can do that sometimes, like if you have a certain format that you like for your emails, and maybe you just want to change the wording up a little bit. Okie dokie. So when this is your campaign builder for Mailchimp. So essentially, I just basically uploaded this image, an image that we use pretty frequently. This is basically like the same image that's used on my business card. And there's all these things on the side here that you can, drag and drop. It's a very, very easy service to use. It's drag and drop. So here's the merge tags that I was talking about. So you can click right here and you can add a merge tag right here, and you can basically select their first name, their last name, although you'd probably want to do their first name. And then it'll basically just automatically use the first name that it has listed that you put in for them when you created their account and added them to your audience. So that way, if you send it out to 100 different clients, all of their first names is automatically just shown in the email. So this was one we sent out about United Healthcare lowering, reducing or getting rid of specialist copays. Do I get permission? Oh, yes, that's a great question. Yes, I always ask them if they want to be on our mailing list. That's something that I would encourage you guys to do. I just ask anytime we get a new client, I'm going to ask them, would you like to be on our newsletter list or our mailing list? And usually they'll say yes. Every now and then we'll get somebody that says no. But yes, I'll always ask them for that permission. So this was basically, how we did this email. Now let's say I wanted to change up the text here. So this text was basically just dragged and dropped, but let's say I just wanted to change it up here. Over on the side here, I can change the font, I can change the size, I can change the color if I want to. Whatever I want to do, I can make sure that I do it right then and there. And then this is something that is like a separator. You can kind of design the specific size of the separator here. But yeah, I mean, it's very, very simple, very easy to use. And we basically just custom made all of these emails ourselves. And then every single email we send out has these social media links, if you will. And I basically can just put I can just design that, and I can put the links in myself. And I can even add another one if I wanted to. So these are the different ones it's going to let me use. Some of these don't even matter. So, and I think you can't overdo it, but you can put, Snapchat in if you wanted to do that. I mean, whatever it is that you might want to do. And you can even get a little bit more artsy with it. You can kind of design the style of the borders and everything like that. There's a lot of customization you can do here. But then, like, if you design an email that you really do enjoy the format of it, and you just kind of want to keep the format the same, but maybe send a different message every time, you can basically do what I just did there and replicate the email, and then you can just basically make a duplicate of it and then go in and change the wording up a little bit. So, like, let's say I wanted to say, make sure you are washing your hands. We want to keep you as clients, or whatever. Obviously I wouldn't send something like that out, but you get my point. There's a lot of things you can do here in terms of the customization that we think is just really, really cool. Now we're actually moving a lot of what we're doing over to our CRM here, but I'm a little hesitant. I'm not even sure if I even want to do that because we've had such good experience with Mailchimp. So that's a little bit about the campaigns. I wanted to show you guys a little bit about how you can track some things in this, and because Mailchimp also has a mobile app too that you can download on your phone, and through that mobile app, you're going to be able to kind of see who's clicked on which email, who's opened it, who's read it, who clicked on which link. If they clicked on your social media link or campaigns or anything like that. I'm not really going to go into my list because then you'll see all my clients' email addresses and everything like that, and then obviously can't let that happen. But let's see, let's do, well, I guess I can kind of show you a couple of things here. So here's what, I want to show you exactly how to track some statistics on here. So let's say I wanted to go back into the campaigns here and I wanted to track a certain statistic on a certain campaign I just sent out. So let's say we did this last one that we sent out for the dental email. You can view the report, and it went out to 217 recipients. So I can kind of see here, the click rate. So I can kind of see the open rate, the average campaign performance, the click rate, how many people unsubscribed, which, sometimes that happens if they don't want to get your emails anymore. But you can kind of see some statistics here. So as of the 216 people I sent it out, 94 people opened it. One person clicked on one of my links or social media links. And yeah, I mean, it's basically a way that you can, if you have a message you want to get out, instead of sending emails individually or even spending the money of sending things out in the mail and the postage, you can basically just design an email and get your message out. And then, out of the 216 people I wanted to see it, we're almost out of time. Out of the 216 people that I wanted to see it, 94 of them were able to kind of see the email. So anyway, guys, it's really simple. It's really not too difficult. You can use Mailchimp for a lot of things, and you can, and there's more advanced things that you can do with it other than that. But that's basically the basics. If you wanted to maybe ever do like a monthly newsletter for your clients for customer retention and just keeping engaged with your clients and customers, it's a great way to do that. And like I said, you can make different groups for different plans. So it's a great way to send out benefit changes, during AEP and things like that. But yeah, guys, Mailchimp is pretty simple. It's really not too difficult. Is it HIPAA compliant? It's HIPAA compliant if you get their permission to put their email address in there. If you don't, then probably not. That's a HIPAA thing. You have to get their permission, basically their consent to put them on the mailing list. Our strategy is anytime we get a new client, or at least we started doing this the last couple of years, anytime we get a new client, we ask them if they'd like to be on our mailing list, our email list. And if they say yes, we put them in. If they don't, then we don't. But yeah, it's all about if you get the consent. If they say absolutely go for it, go ahead, then you're not breaking any rules or regulations. Anyway, guys, anybody have any questions for me so we can wrap this thing up? I haven't upgraded to Pro, as you can tell. So we're limited on our time here a little bit, but I wasn't expecting it to be longer than 30 minutes anyway. Are the emails encrypted? Not that I know of, so you don't want to send out any personal information or anything like that. But I would say, as long as you're being careful, like obviously, I wouldn't send out some piece of really private personal information out in a Mailchimp campaign. It's basically going to be pretty basic information, pretty friendly information. Hey, did you know Medicare does this, or Medicare does that? Whatever you'd put in a newsletter. But I don't know the answer to that. But I don't think so. Email address and private info protected by Mailchimp. Oh yeah, well yeah, I would say so. What I thought you meant like if the email was being sent out, into somebody. Yeah, the email they protect all of the information. I don't believe they've ever been hacked or anything like that. I think they got pretty good security with it, and they typically have you answer a couple security questions when you log in if you haven't logged in for a while. So I think they do a pretty good job with that stuff. But yeah, guys, that's more or less Mailchimp for you. I mean, it's really not too complicated. It's a pretty straightforward thing. It's kind of a drag and drop kind of thing. Most anybody can kind of figure it out. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of ways you can do the automated emails. We have an email set up to where anytime someone is new added to the mailing list, they'll get an automatic email saying welcome to the email list. So that's never a bad thing. But yeah, guys, if you have any questions about this, or if you try this out and you have any questions, you're welcome to reach out, and we're happy to help if we can with it. But it's been something that's been a really good thing for us up until this point, to where we've been using the CRM. Obviously, you'll probably get the same functionality in a CRM, and it might be a little easier because it's all in one place. Whereas with Mailchimp, you have to make sure the information is in two different platforms and two different places. However, that being said, it's nice if it's a nice free alternative that we've had success with. It's helped me write cancer plans to existing clients. It's helped me write dental plans to existing clients. It's helped me write hospital indemnity plans to existing clients. And I do believe that it helps us get more referrals from existing clients because they're seeing us once or twice a month, depending on the month. They're kind of seeing us pop up and they appreciate the information. And there's really a lot of good that can kind of come from it, from kind of keeping your clients informed and everything like that. Anyway, guys, this is a short little webinar, a little shorter than we usually do them on. If you have any questions, just throw them in the chat real quick before we close it out. But I hope you learned something. I hope you got something valuable from this. And there's a lot of cool things you can do with Mailchimp. We've had a lot of success with it over the years, and we never paid a penny for it. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for being on here with me. Thanks for your time. I don't take that for granted. And yeah. Before I go, Daniel said a side question. Yeah, shoot. Hashtag script. I'm not sure what you mean. You mean in the emails?
The question is this. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, might be simpler than me typing.
Yeah.
I just noticed on various times that I see on your Facebook or whatever that you'll put hashtag whatever. I just found one that said hashtag script, have it down. I've seen other things that you post. Mm-hmm. Do you find that's very beneficial for you? Do you notice a change? I've never used the hashtag on the end of anything I do.
I think hashtags are more beneficial on certain social media platforms. Like on Facebook, I'll probably just put it on there just because why not? I'll just throw it on there to kind of be like, this is the topic of my post or something like that. But like hashtags kind of help your post get found more on like maybe an Instagram, maybe not so much anymore, but like an Instagram or, LinkedIn or, maybe even TikTok if you use that. I don't know too many people that are getting clients from TikTok, but Facebook, TikTok, Facebook hashtags aren't really that relevant. You don't see a whole lot of people searching topics based on hashtags.
Right.
So I don't know. I mean, I'll throw a hashtag on there just to kind of be like, put a stamp on kind of what I'm trying to say, be like, oh, I'm talking about this.
Okay.
I don't know if that answers your question or not.
Yeah, I was just curious to see if you found maybe that's the goose that laid the golden egg and I didn't know it.
I'd say on a LinkedIn, hashtags are very important. They can kind of help you LinkedIn has a lot of organic reach for a post. So if you put like 15 hashtags on a LinkedIn post, you're more likely to be found by someone that's not connected to you than a Facebook. So I think depending on the platform, it can be valuable. It can be helpful on a post.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we got a little bit over 2 minutes here before it kicks me out because I'm too cheap to pay for Pro. One of these days I will. But anyway, guys, thanks for being here. Hope you guys got something helpful out of this. And we'll be doing more of these in the future. So take care.